Donald Trump just survived an assassination attempt, and here are reactions from various celebrities and public figures. Caitlyn Jenner posted a picture of Trump with his fist in the air and an injured ear. Logan Paul tweeted, calling it the most gangster image of all time with the same picture Caitlyn shared. MMA fighter Dylan Dennis commented, "You know it was a Democrat because they missed." UFC fighter Conor McGregor praised Trump, saying, "A 78-year-old multiple billionaire? He should be on a yacht on the Metairie golf courses. But he is not. He is in Pennsylvania spitting out bullets running for the love of his country. Godspeed, Donald. God bless the United States." Elon Musk, owner of X, formerly Twitter, remarked, "The last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt." Tucker Carlson posted the same picture as Caitlyn Jenner without any caption. Zach Fox joked, "Don't believe women when they say size doesn't matter because an inch could have made all the difference today." Former Vice President Mike Pence stated, "Karen and I are praying for President Trump and urge every American to join us." FaZe Clan made a humorous tweet stating, "They really hit marker Trump with a Call of Duty reference." Dave Portnoy said, "I just landed and missed an assassination attempt. Holy S******. What a badass reaction from Trump. The election is over. He's the next president. The Dems should give up. They can't beat him now." Patrick Bet David commented, "Shots fired at Trump rally. Character assassination failed. Attempt to deplete savings failed. Attempt to silence failed. Only option left. Actual assassination attempt failed. I've been saying repeatedly, double down on private security." Andrew Tate said, "I feel to cry. Pray for Trump. Pray for Donald Trump. He's battling evil." Candace Owens posted, "No words. Donald J. Trump for President of the United States. This election is now over." Logan Paul followed up with another tweet, "To survive an assassination attempt by mere millimeters, then stop your security so you can raise your fist in defiance of death is the most badass thing I've ever seen in my life. I hope everyone is okay. Find the shooter." Former President Barack Obama stated, "There is absolutely no place for political violence in our democracy. Although we don't yet know exactly what happened, we should all be relieved that former President Trump wasn't seriously hurt and use this moment to recommit ourselves to civility and respect in our politics. Michelle and I are wishing him a quick recovery." President Joe Biden tweeted, "I have been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well. I'm praying for him and his family and for all those who were at the rally. As we await further information, there's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it." Trump's campaign confirmed that he is fine after the incident at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The local prosecutor reported that the suspected gunman and at least one attendee were killed. Trump's spokesperson, Stephen Chung, stated that Trump is currently being evaluated at a local medical facility, and additional information will be provided as it becomes available. The Secret Service assured that the former president is safe. Butler County District Attorney Richard Goldinger confirmed the death of the suspected gunman and at least one rally attendee. During the rally, Trump was presenting a chart of border crossing statistics when gunfire erupted in the crowd. Trump exclaimed, "Oh," and clutched his ear as more shots were fired. He crouched near the microphone, and someone can be heard shouting, "Get down, get down." As agents tackled him, Trump was later seen with blood on his face, ducking behind the riser while his protective detail agents rushed the stage. The crowd cheered as Trump stood back up and pumped his fist in the air. Local police began clearing the fairgrounds, now designated a crime scene, shortly after Trump exited the stage. President Joe Biden was briefed on the incident, and the White House said he received an updated briefing from Kimberly Cheel, the director of the United States Secret Service, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, and Trump's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., posted a photo on X of Trump with his fist raised and his face bloody in front of an American flag with the words, "He'll never stop fighting to save America." North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, Florida Senator Marco Rubio, and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, all on Trump's shortlist for vice president, quickly sent out statements expressing concern for the former president. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, a Democrat, said in a statement on X that he had been briefed on the situation and that Pennsylvania State Police were on hand at the rally site. "Violence targeted at any political party or political leader is absolutely unacceptable. It has no place in Pennsylvania or the United States," he said. Former President George W. Bush issued a statement. "Laura and I are grateful that President Trump is safe following the cowardly attack on his life, and we commend the men and women of the Secret Service for their speedy response." Other political figures, including Governor Gavin Newsom, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, and Speaker Mike Johnson, also condemned the violence and expressed their relief that Trump was safe.
Donald Trump has now made his official selection for his vice presidential running mate. Donald Trump's VP pick is the MAGA Republican senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance, who previously made the following statements about Donald Trump. Quote, "I'm a never Trump guy." Quote, "I never liked him. Terrible candidate. You are an idiot if you voted for him. He might be America's Hitler, might be a cynical asshole, cultural heroine, noxious and reprehensible." Those are some of the statements that J.D. Vance has made about Donald Trump, but he is the VP pick. His background is he grew up in Ohio, went to law school, and then worked for a big corporate law firm, Sidley Austin, before he became a venture capitalist in San Francisco, worked at Peter Thiel's firm in San Francisco, and then was kind of pushed to go back to Ohio, where he started a fake sham charity claiming that it would be helping people who were suffering from opioid addictions and those who lost loved ones, although no money ever really went to actually helping the problem. Ended up really just paying for political advisors for J.D. Vance. We'll go over all that here. Let's just break down some things that J.D. Vance has said, just so everybody knows who this individual is. First, let's show you clips of what J.D. Vance really thinks about Donald Trump here. Vance says that he believes Trump is leading the American people in a dark direction. Play the clip. Here, J.D. Vance says that Donald Trump exploits racism and people's fears. Play the clip.
I think what Trump is not just doing, I mean, certainly he's exploiting some of the racism that's there, but he's also exploiting people's fears and pointing it in a direction that maybe they wouldn't go on their own. So I think it's both that Trump is drawing on something, but more importantly, I think that he's leading people in a very dark direction, and that's ultimately what worries me the most.
Here, J.D. Vance mocks Donald Trump when he went on the Chris Matthews show. Play the clip.
What do you think of this? This is sort of, it's sort of interesting, evocative of the time, because we used to say stewardess, first of all, now we say flight attendant, but just it gives you that sense of history. But this woman is not a show-off. She's just telling what happened so we can know it.
Yeah, and it's sort of, it makes you think that at a fundamental level, this is sort of a he said, she said, right? And at the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump, who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape?
J.D. Vance had previously been asked by Fox and others about the statements that he made about Donald Trump and kind of flip-flopping his position now. Here, play this clip.
This is an evolution, and I know you've been asked about this before, about past comments that you've made about Donald Trump. You've said, I'm a never Trump guy, never liked him, terrible candidate, idiot if you voted for him, might be America's Hitler, might be a cynical a-hole, cultural heroine, noxious and reprehensible. Those are things.
It's another clip where J.D. Vance was confronted with his prior positions about Donald Trump being a reprehensible individual who is America's Hitler. Let's be clear, that's what Donald Trump's running mate said about Donald Trump. Here, play this clip.
Lengthy piece on you yesterday. Talked about your relationship to the Trumps. They talk about your evolution from calling him loathsome and an idiot to somebody who, frankly, is being floated as a VP pick to join his ticket. Here's a sample of that piece. David Frum, a Trump critic and a former speechwriter for President George W. Bush, who's known Vance for years, described the senator as an intelligent man with an extraordinary life story who has, quote, sunk to the depths of political degradation. Washington Post says, you're going to the same negative place that you once criticized Trump for going. Now, he's not changed over the last few years. He's the same guy we've been knowing for a long time. So what's changed with you?
A gentleman who was along the fence line, I'm just meeting him right now. Sir, thank you so much. You're talking to KDKA. Can I have your name and what did you see and hear?
This is Ben Macer. I was at the same point that probably the witness you were talking to earlier. I was up at the fence line, saw the guy move from roof to roof, told an officer that he was on the roof. The officer come looking, I went back to heard that there was somebody that could see the person, so I went back to where they were standing, saw the person, went back and told the officer again that if he goes back to that particular spot, he can see the person, figuring that he would go in radio. And when I turned around to go back to where I was is when the gunshots started, and then it was just chaos and we all came running away, and that was that.
Let me get this right. So you actually saw the man on top of the roof behind us?
Yes.
And you're saying people reported that to law enforcement, saying there is a man on the roof of the building?
Yes, there were two officers that were actively searching. You could tell they were searching and looking for somebody, and we just tried to help and tell them where the guy was. And they, at some point, somebody obviously found him, or the snipers found him, and that was the end of his decisions.
Did you get a good look at the guy on the roof?
I did not have a good look at him, but I just seen him going from one building to another. There was a little gap in between, and he went. And when I went back to see the people that I heard that could see him, seen a quick look at him there, and then went to the officer to tell the officer, and that was all that I got.
How many gunshots did you hear?
I have no idea. It was, at first I didn't know what I heard, and then once it became clear what I heard, that it was just getting out of there, and I helped a lady that had a 4-year-old kid, helped them get out, and that was it. We were done, and everybody went home. And
You're obviously shaken up right now just talking to me.
a little bit. It's not every day that you're that close to anything like that.
How far do you think that shooter was from the stage of where the former president was speaking?
Probably 200, 250 yards.
Was it parallel to where the president was, where he was?
I could not see the president, so I'm not 100% sure, but it was definitely close to parallel.
What are your questions right now, just in light of this happening?
I don't have questions. I'm just, curious like anybody else, and just seeing what all is still going on. I live close to here, so I'm just taking it all in and seeing what's going on.